Payphone era, we back. Streets Raised Me, Lake House Edition. Payphone era, we back. Live on location. Streets Raised Me, Lake House Edition. So we're gonna pick up where we left off before. So I'm gonna ask you, how important is discipline when you're creating your music with so many distractions in real life, like, you know, working, family, bills? Does that help you create content, or does that hinder you?
So that's like a two-part question. All right, with anything you do, you gotta have discipline. Anything, I don't care what it is, like working out, you know, trying to reach a goal or whatever, you gotta have discipline. But when you creating your music, I don't think it's a lot of distractions unless you allow them to. You know what I mean? Because like once you figure out the flow that you're trying to use or the sound that you're trying to come with, you're just trying to fill in those words after that, in my opinion. You're just trying to fill in those words. It shouldn't be a distraction, but it could be.
Okay, so I understand that. So where does your influence come from to keep writing, to keep wanting to record music, to keep wanting to do it?
I get influences from everything, everywhere. Everything could be an inspiration. Anything could be inspiration. It depends on what you're looking for and what you're going to use it for. You know, you could hear a song about love and then come up with a song about hate. But that love made you come with the hate, hearing about the love, or vice versa.
True. Can you write other forms of music, such as R&B or?
Of course,
blues?
any singing you ever heard, more than likely I penned it.
That's true.
The thing is, I don't have a voice, so I can't sing. I'm a shower singer. I got a greatest hits in the shower. I'm sure everybody do, but I can't sing worth a damn, and I ain't too keen on the auto tune. But if the opportunity presents itself and the joint come out the way it's supposed to, then we running with it.
So would you ever consider writing R&B for someone, let's say for someone who could sing, but they're not a good songwriter?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I like to tap into anything.
Okay, speaking of tapping in, can you remember a song you heard that inspired you to write a song or a verse? And if you remember the song or the verse, can you give it to us? Give me an asterisk.
Okay, so on Plenty the album, it's 2 discs. That whole first disc, I wrote most of the verses to the Mobb Deep, There I Go Again.
There I Go Again.
No,
What album was that?
No, There I Go Again, featuring There I Go Again. It's after the Ronald Isley joint on Infamy.
Okay. I'm trying to remember who was singing. Was that Rel?
Well, nobody's singing on there. That's when Havoc is like, as his blood flows through my veins, I'm standing off the mic with a stepped up game. That you know that's my joint, man. Cut it out. You know that's my joint.
Okay.
I wrote so many verses to that. I be in the basement. We used to be in the basement, remember? I had the little bar in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think the verses sounded redundant because you wrote it all off the same inspiration?
Nah, because like I said, once I locked in the flow in the conversation or the topic, it's no distinction. It's just that pattern or that beat just had me in that zone like that, or that song. Like, you know, anything I penned to that came out pretty good. But if you listen to my album, all those songs are different.
Okay, true. Speaking of songs and listen to them, how do you feel about diss songs and battles in hip hops? Of course, the infamous Nas and Jay-Z, the LL versus Ice-T, Hammer and Kool Moe Dee. How do you feel about beefs, period, in hip hop, on and off wax?
All right, well, I'll just throw this out there first and foremost. I be feeling like the West Coast dudes do the best diss records. That's first and foremost. On some, whether we talking Kendrick's latest joint, Ice Cube, No Vaseline, Tupac Hit 'Em Up, like, that's pretty much what they do. But it could be an excuse to not show skill.
Just do a diss record because it's just saying a bunch of nonsense to someone with no skill.
I mean, it don't really
Insults.
take no skill to insult somebody, is what I'm
True.
saying. You can be creative with it, but it's supposed to be insulting. So you want to insult somebody as raw as you can. You know? Like, you know, you want to insult them as raw as you can. So it's not going to be that creative and it's not going to be, you know, that lyrical unless you got lyrics.
True. So speaking of lyrics and art and things like that, taking away the art aspect of music, like because music is art, what don't you like about hip hop, the rap game, the music industry, being an unsigned artist just on the outside looking in? What do you dislike about what you see in the industry from back in the day to now? You know, it doesn't have to be
Okay,
anything
so
time.
I felt like once they start categorizing,
What you mean, music?
yeah, like once they was putting oh, he a dope boy, or that's trap music, or that's drill music, I feel like that kind of dumbed everything down. Because all you had to do is make music that sound like one of these categories, and that's the category you win. Whereas when we was coming up, it was no biting allowed, and you couldn't sound like nobody else. These days, you can come out sounding like somebody else, but you know, he a trap rapper and I'm a drill rapper, so you know they'll let you get it.
That was the biggest thing about back in the day with music, originality. No matter
Yeah,
what new age people say it, how easy y'all got it was originality. You did not sound like no one else, so you
You
got
couldn't.
checked.
You couldn't sound like nobody
Okay,
else.
so speaking of drill or trap, give us your truth and opinion on drill music and explain what you said. It has 1 billion streams, but I only listened to it once. Elaborate on that. So how do you feel about the drill music, and explain that it has 1 million or 1 billion streams, but you only listened once?
It has a purpose. You understand what I'm saying? It's probably like a monster that got created and took on a life of its own, but it has a purpose because we yet to get a conscious drill rapper.
A conscious drill rapper. That's interesting.
Okay? So what is drill technically supposed to be?
This music, right? Soup up music.
The dumb out, like my man Cash was saying. The dumb out, right? They gonna wow, they gonna get their ops, they gonna do this, they gonna do that, right? Okay, cool. If somebody took that same format, same words, same strategy, and made it about something positive, what effect would it have? We don't know because nobody yet to do it.
A conscious drill rap. I don't think you could be conscious and do drill. It all
Why
seems
can't you?
real aggressive and get at you and taunting, intimidating. I don't think that
That's where creativity comes in.
to do that.
Exactly. See, drill music is just like a diss song to me.
Exactly.
What did I tell you about diss songs? Don't take no real skill to talk no shit. But music's supposed to be about who could say the slickest stuff and, you know, get it off. That's what music is supposed to be about. Who could talk the greasiest, the slickest and the greasiest.
And how was that tie into to somebody being conscious while they're trying to?
Nah, you have to be lyrical to be
Put over
conscious.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to be conscious. Conscious mean you conscious. That mean you aware.
So you're aware that you're making conscious drill music.
Well, I mean, if nobody's yet to do it yet. Can it be done is the question.
True. So digging into your musical preferences, your own taste. Besides the song "Do Rags" by Nas, what other song by Nas or any other artist puts you in the mind state, good, bad, or indifferent?
I'm heavy on the Escobar, man.
So you could give us an exit bar.
So nobody.
Best Alive
I've been banging a nobody lately.
with Lauryn Hill.
Of course.
I like that one.
I've been banging that. He got an interlude on there. Forgot what it's called, but that go crazy too. Man, I could go on and on and on about this dude and records that I tap into.
You could give us a couple.
Man, let me think real quick. Of course, Say Cool Story and Live Now. That's probably the best.
How about the Black Bond? Since we talking about Nas.
Yeah.
White Label.
Yeah.
A couple of my favorites. White Label.
I mean,
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yeah. See, he make a lot of nostalgic joints, and it's more of a, yeah, he captured that emotion right there for that. Like on Locomotive.
Yes, Locomotive.
You understand what I'm saying?
Shot the Large Professor too.
Girl, you mean the world to me.
Okay. I can see you liking that one.
You feel me? When we met, I had to give her mad respect. She was with a man, took a drag from his cigarette.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
He telling these stories that's so down to earth. How could you not relate?
True.
And you know, he the best storyteller of all time to me, man. I mean, there's probably other joints that'll trump all the joints I'm saying in somebody else's opinion. You feel me? Like, arguably, Today Is a Good Day is the best storytelling song.
By Ice Cube.
No, period.
I mean, the song.
It was Children's Story. It was Children's Story. Then it was A Good Day. And then after that, I don't know what happened because the genre switched. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is we wasn't digging that kind of rap no more. And not saying I wasn't, but the masses.
And a lot of people got away from certain rap or
they got away from that stuff
because of street life, which segues us into something else. Now, this is a real opinion. I don't have to get too personal or personable about anything, but here's the question. Should we drink? Is street life overrated nowadays? Because everyone knows the end results, whether it's dead, prison, you handicapped, you strung out. Do you think what's going on in these streets nowadays, the street life stuff, is overrated? Without getting too personal or personal.
It's still people that think that they could beat the streets. Everybody think they could beat the streets. Everybody think they gonna just get in, get what they need, and get out unscathed. You understand what I'm saying?
So they still think that, knowing all the people that got the football numbers, all the people that got killed.
They think that they're smarter than them. You understand what I'm saying? It's like anything, okay, no idea is original, correct?
True.
That's one of them joints.
Nothing new under the sun.
That's one of them Nas joints. But anyway, what I mean is, okay, so the game never changed, only the players and the product.
True.
Okay, so you know all these dudes that went to jail and got football numbers, and you heard the stories and all that, and then in your mind you thinking that you're not gonna make the same mistakes as them, so you could get into the game and get out because you won't do what they did. And that's the mentality.
That's to the young people. You're not gonna do it better than the other people.
Nah, but they do. Oh, I'm better than them niggas. I'm smarter than them niggas. You heard what Tariq said, I'm better than Ghost. That's the young nigga mentality. You feel me? And it ain't nothing personal. Because I used to be a young, wild nigga out there doing all kinds of shit. I respected my OGs, though. You know what I mean? I got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. I'm listening twice as much as I'm talking. So if a nigga gave me a gem, I'm taking it.
Okay, true. A gem. So we keep it on that. So someone's giving, people give out a lot of gems now, but in the 80s and 90s, with all the options that's available now for people to get legal money, jobs, if they got felonies, everything. Do you think if these options were available in the 80s and 90s, do you think people would have chose the street life and crime versus education and being unemployed? So so you got what I'm saying. If everything's available like it's available now, all these legal ways to get money. If this was available back then, do you think the crack era would have flourished like it did?
I
Or
doubt
the
it.
stick-up kid
I doubt it.
Elaborate.
I doubt it, and I'll tell you why. Because most of the time we doing everything out of necessity.
True.
You understand what I'm saying? Now,
But it wouldn't be a necessity because the options, you saying necessity now, even with legal stuff,
No. I'm saying then. We did everything out of necessity then. We had to go through what we went to get to here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we had to go through all that nonsense to make it to where we at.
True.
The playing field wasn't level, so we had to do what we had to do, and oh, that was bad, so yeah, maybe we need to let them in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about this. Rap first came out, a couple dudes went platinum, but most rappers went gold.
Okay.
Rap ended up becoming the #1 genre, and everybody was going platinum.
Okay, but when
You
have
understand what
everyone
I'm
went
saying?
platinum
Like,
back
you
in these times? If the
You had to
internet was
go
still...
gold before you went platinum, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you had to go through all the nonsense to get to where we at now. We paved the way, but we don't get credit for it. Like a cat told me, oh, yo, them Jordans is called such and such and such and such. When Jordan was wearing these was the playoffs, whatever.
Yeah, flu games or...
You feel me?
True.
But now they got all these nicknames because of a colorway, and it's like, I ain't tapped in. But I wore them when he was wearing them. I'm peeping what he got on, and I went and got them. So, if I ain't buy them then, do you think it'd be a retro now?
It's a good question.
You understand what I'm saying? And if we didn't make all those mistakes, would anybody come in and correct them? People had to make them mistakes so they could fix that system. It's a system. You feel me? Now we got all this opportunity. Is everybody taking all the opportunities? What? I went to college when I was 45, right?
Yeah.
Who doing that? Nobody doing that, man.
But do you think they would have took them back then versus going, you know, to things that were new? Like when crack hit, crack was groundbreaking.
I couldn't go to college then.
So if you could have, would you have done
Hell
something,
yeah.
chose a different path
Hell
versus
yeah.
having the streets raise you?
Hell yeah, man. I wanted to be an electrician, bro. Feel me? But I was starving. You feel me? So I had to do what I had to do. Because there wasn't that many opportunities for me. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to go through that to get to where I'm at now. Like I said, I just graduated college at 45. That's because, yeah, all that stuff was available.
Now.
You understand?
And
they told me I didn't file for the selective service, so I couldn't get no financial aid for a long time. Word. Tell me that.
Streets Raised Me, Lake House Edition, Payphone Era.
How
Say that
is
again.
telling the truth going in?
Because the truth hurts. The truth hurts people, so that's how it is. You know, we're in a
So what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. We're in a real touchy society. You can't tell anybody anything. You can't say anything to nobody about how you feel without it being...
tell the truth?
Apparently not. Without it being harassment or, you know...
So since when did the truth become harassment?
Probably around the time the internet got big and people could start spreading a lot of words. Like if you say something to somebody, like you're harassing them because you confronting them like on the truth. Like I know a real court case, not gonna say where for obvious reasons, but in New Jersey, that a dude actually got charged with harassment for teasing a coworker about her being fat.
But teasing somebody is
different. He never verbally said anything. He used to just rub his stomach. He was a skinny dude. She was a fat girl. He would rub his stomach. He actually had the Zoom court, all that. It was at the beginning of COVID behind this. That's what it was solely. There was no threats. There was no nothing else. So it's a very touchy society we live in.
Touchy for who?
for the people in society that you can't
mean,
say
as an
anything
adult,
to.
like really, as an adult.
I mean, me personally, I avoid it. I know. I mean,
like I said, man, niggas don't be having common sense. Common sense, man.
sense is not common. The ignorance is common.
I mean, hey,
So
there's consequences for being ignorant because you can enlighten yourself. Like I said, they running around with computers in their hands. They could Google any question you got for them. They could find out any answer they want, but they still dumb down. They want everything handed to them. Everything quick, everything easy.
the microwave generation, you know how that is.
Hey, man.
And when it don't come like that, or they're denied the opportunity, then people say, you know, people hate. Like, people use a lot of terminology in the wrong way, like snitching, hating.
Man.
They just use a lot of wrong terminology. No, you're just not qualified, or, you know, we can't bring you in at a senior level position to the company just because
But that's what they
you
expect.
got a quick degree. Like,
Nobody don't want to work their way up. Everybody's a boss, like Rick Ross.
They are bosses. The free COVID money made a lot of people bosses. I mean, in the sense of, you know, all the fraud they claim happened. So maybe they are a boss in their mind. Can they be a boss in their mind, although they're not?
You can't be a boss unless you're a good worker.
But what if you're a good scammer? You scammed up a bunch of money from PPP or whatever they was doing, and
no, I don't. You know.
And then you opened up something and it went right, but you wasn't a good worker. You was a terrible employee.
That's rare. That's rare. But hey, that's what's up, right? That's what it's about, right? Changing your situation. That's what it's about, right? Yeah, changing your situation. So if you lucked up and you did some bull and you made good with it, that's what you're supposed to do.
So rather, you know, you're flipping job paying car notes, or you stealing people identities, getting checks, as long as you...
I mean, if you take the check money and do something right with it,
yeah. But what's right after you did something wrong? So if
what's
you
wrong?
So hold on.
What's wrong?
Here's the hypothetical.
It's only wrong if you get caught, right?
It's only a crime if you get caught.
No, there it is. And that's how everybody's outlook is. I just told you everybody want everything easy and fast.
Okay.
So if they could get that fast money, easy, that's what they gonna do.
So, and this is a yes or no question, or choose not to answer. There's no dancing. So you believe if somebody hacks somebody's account and get 100,000 cash out of it and starts a small business and it becomes successful, is it okay because they started a business, or hold on, or is it when we starve and we eat whatever's there? Like, what's the mentality here?
For who? For me or the masses? Who we talking about?
We're talking about for the masses.
For
if
the
someone
masses,
does that, because
they respect it, because that's what they would have did. If they could look for 100K, they will.
And start a successful
everybody wants to run up on the plug now.
True.
You feel me? That's a thing where run off on the plug. What? I pay him first. You know what I mean? It's a different mentality.
It's what they hear in songs, man. That's songs a lot.
Is it life depicting art, or art depicting real life? Which one is it?
Both. It rubs off one
that gray area again.
Yeah, well, it does rub off
good,
one another, but
bad, motherfucker in the middle shaking shit up.
You know, last 5-10 years, you start hearing this run off on the plug where, you know, other people like, bricks from immigrants selling bricks and sandals or whatever. Like, now it's like you said, everything is run off, instant. No longevity.
Everybody's a scammer or a robber when you don't have to be.
It's kind of like I could have made $1 million, but I only made 10,000 because I burned them at the beginning. and satisfied with the 10,000 and just, you know, move on
Ran
with
off
that.
on the plug twice is the song, ain't it? He ran off on the plug twice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ran off on the plug. That's what we into. So real quick, I'm gonna elaborate on this because I thought about
Yeah,
it.
it's unheard of. In our era, in the payphone era, running off on the plug was unheard of. He got paid first, and that's how things went. No such thing as running off on the plug. In our era, that's new.
Yeah, it sounds good in songs, you know. 'Cause
Not
most
saying it didn't happen.
yes,
A million times over.
yes, but not
But
spoke about.
come on, man.
Sometimes it was for good reasons, but you know,
You gotta
it's
pay-
never okay.
Pay a man what you owe him, and that's all to it. Or don't owe him. That's it.
Pay what you owe or don't owe.
That's right. Don't take nothing you can't pay for neither. Consignment. Strong words called consignment. Strictly for live men, not for freshmen.
Yeah.
If you ain't got the clientele, say hell no. They gonna want their money. Rain, sleet, hell, snow.
Streets Raised Me, Lake House Edition.
You dig?
Let's go. Payphone Era, we back. Streets Raised Me, Lake House Edition. So, do you believe that grown men should be groomed? Clean fingernails, haircuts.
Of course. You, as a grown man, you supposed to look good, smell good, or decent. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be all creased up or nothing like that, but as a grown man, you should smell good. You should wear a decent watch to tell the time. You know, you got to be on point as a grown man. It's more to being a grown man than just those things, but those are the front line.
See, that's relative to what you were saying about the old heads not wanting to give up game because people don't listen. Like, you know, old timers would be into drugs, they would be alcoholics, they would be whatever, but they would be clean. They would be presentable. Where like people didn't know if they were broke. Like, you know, when people got money now, like my nephew told me, like, oh, I got paid Uncle $400. I'm about to go buy a $200 Fear of God hoodie or something. I'm like, damn, a $200 hoodie and you just got $400? Like, you know, and he's about to be 18.
Priorities is different.
True.
They wear some pajama pants and a hoodie with some flip-flops or some Crocs, and they comfortable. Mom Dukes will never let you out the crib like that.
Yeah.
And you gotta wear clean underwear and socks just in case. Anytime you went out the house. And you could have 3 pairs of pants and that was still law.
So what about you? You wore flip-flops to work before.
I mean,
That's just because you...
I got it like that at work.
Okay.
I'm in a good
So
situation.
you figure you saying people are on the corner in the streets, so to speak, with flip-flops.
Nah, I mean, I see people every day with flip-flops and pajama pants and hoodies. Like, that's how they dress.
So they're not groomed to what they should be.
I don't know if they groomed or not. I mean,
From the appearance you see, is that groomed versus somebody with nice
But
slacks?
then again, I might run into them at the store, so they just threw that on to go to the store.
That's understandable. So you think it's acceptable? Run to the store with pajama pants on? Because I see that a lot.
People made it acceptable. But am I gonna say something to somebody I see wearing pajama pants at the store? No.
Would you say it's a younger people thing or everybody
Oh,
thing?
most definitely. They sweatsuits is the style last year. Like they wear a lot of jogging pants. You know what I mean? I'll wear jogging pants every day if I could. You feel me? So yeah, they just want to be comfortable. I get that. But there's a time and a place for everything. If you gotta throw your slacks on and your good shirt with the buttons, then you gotta do that.
So maybe, you know, what you saying is younger people, you know, it's more of a part of lazy because you might catch these younger people with pajamas on, but financially they might be stable, or they might just be lazy, like, oh, I'm waiting to see what happened. I don't need to get dressed because I'm not popping.
I really can't call it. I don't know what a person going through, or you know what I mean. I don't know what type of time they on, so I don't know why they got on pajama pants and some Crocs. I don't, but I see it often.
Now I wear shorts that like I'm going to sleep, so I will wear them to run to the store, but probably not.
But everybody's not running to the store all day, every day.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So that's part of their.
But at the same time, who the fuck am I to judge? I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's what I see.
And how does that make you feel from seeing it? Like, damn,
it bugs me out. Like, Mom Dukes would have never let me come out the house like that. I'm in trouble for coming out the house.
But with some of the people in certain age bracket, their mothers coming out the house like that. They're together dressed like that. You go to the mall, you see.
You go to the club in pajamas and lingerie.
Yeah, but you can see a mother-daughter
Mothers
combo.
is going to the club in lingerie.
Ugg boots, pajama pants.
Yeah. And
yeah,
you know the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Like I said, most of these is single-parent homes. They raised by their mom. They just doing what they see their mom do, not what their mom told them.
So yeah,
not what their mom told them. They doing what their mom see, and not what their mom told them.
Yeah, and it's bad because you know the boys are gonna be rebellious. The mother's still going out clubbing, iPhone and FaceTiming. So it's hard now. It's hard to tell the kids what to do. Like I heard somebody. Matter of fact, I was at work, and you know I'm walking through yards, and I heard someone saying, you know, my daughter, such and such and such and such, don't listen to me, something. And she's telling the girl, like, I only went out 3 times that week. I think the girl was like a teenager. Then she wondered why her daughter is sneaking off, because you're sitting here saying she not listening, but you're going out. So she's sneaking out on you.
She's doing the same thing she's seeing. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you don't know how to deal with, well, the mother don't know how to deal with the situation that she created. So, don't create the situation you don't have to go through.
Don't be your kids' friends. Try not to be
your
their
kids'
friends.
friend, but
I don't believe
kids
so.
still have to listen.
No,
you
they
can
still
be cool
have
with
to
your
know.
kids.
Yeah,
you
well,
can be cool with your kids.
Well, here's an example. I think you should be friendly with your kids. Like, I'll do anything for you like your best friend, but I'm not your friend. So you can be friendly so you could get the trust of them to confide in you if they need to, if they got issues, but you're not their friend. You're not your kids' friends. You can do friendly things. At the end of the day, even when you got a grown kid, you still have to click on the dad mode.
This one thing remains constant. My kids ain't gonna never act like I ain't their dad.
Yes, exactly.
And they owe me a certain amount of respect because of that.
And that's
what... But this is the deal. I'm not to none of my kids. You feel me? I'm not doing none of that. I'm cool. Like, I'm cool. So
cool to the point of enabling, or cool to the point of I'm laid cool. back watching like a hawk?
I'm cool to the point where I'm gonna give you the information, but you still get to do whatever you want. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
True. So you're not cool to the point of enabling. You're just cool to the point of like, you know,
24/7. I'm just dropping jewels,
hoping they get picked up.
Exactly. Everything is information that I'm giving my child.
Sometimes the jewels register. Like I know when, like example with me, like when COVID hit, and then now my son is hearing all this, wash your hands, do this, don't touch this. Then he's telling me, damn, Dad, I see why you was getting on me all them years. You know, like when he little in the bathroom, they rubbing all on the top. Stop touching shit, wash your hands. So then 15 years later, COVID hits, and then a kid's like, damn, I understand why you were saying that. So sometimes the constant
they gotta go through what they gotta go through to realize what the fuck you were saying.
Yeah.
So it may take 10 years, it may take 15 years, it may take whatever, but you gave them the game.
True.
It's just a matter of time when they realize it. Some motherfuckers don't realize it until it's too late. Excuse my language. I've been cursing a lot. But anyway, they don't realize it sometimes until it's too late. You in the cell now and you praying and you realize, damn, my dad was right or my mom was right.
Yeah, but it's not only the younger people with that. Like, I remember an old dude back when I was a juvenile getting in a lot of trouble, and I was crying about something. I somehow or another ended up around the adults, and he was like, yo, if you cry before you do the crime, you won't cry when you come to jail. Because if you cry before you do the fucking crime, maybe you won't do it. You swear?
That's crazy. The whole plan is crazy. I would have never done it.
Yeah, that's why most people, you know, in certain circles I see, you know, with internet stuff, like, you know, I'm not gonna call any platforms, any people out, but like people actually glorify going to jail and going to prison. And I told somebody at work I was talking to about
All right, so
hold on, about the 25 summer series I did, also on Payphone Era. Like, nobody glorifies going to prison. Like, most people look, if you go to prison and you're in that life, you did it wrong. So, you know, there's no brownie points, there's no stars for it. And I see that sometime on the internet, like people are glorifying, oh, I got locked up, like that's some sort of badge of honor or something like that.
I mean, that was their badge of honor. You know what I mean? If that's how they felt.
Terrible badge, nonetheless.
And whose opinion? Depending on who you want your respect from.
I would say,
depending on who you want your respect from, that matters. And shout out to them, everybody that did long biz, doing biz, whatever, however that go.
Yeah, I'm just saying for
from
people who glorify. Yeah, salute to all the jail dudes with charges.
And cats gonna say what they gotta say, and they get busy, and you know it's always that gray area, man. You got people playing fair and people not playing fair, and then you got that one that's in the middle, just shaking shit up.
Maybe one day we'll lean into a type of world or society where people, even though you don't get no credit, but like you said, you dropping jewels to your son, where maybe people will say, you know, I get busy being a parent, or I get busy with my schedule at work, or hold on, I get busy.
Drill, huh?
Yeah,
drill, huh?
I get busy with my credit score, yo. Like, I get busy doing my house. Huh? I get busy doing my house chores, you know, versus somebody always.
Drill, right?
Beautiful.
I get it. Conscious drill. You feel me?
Again, you should never not want to be your best. Even if I tell you, shit, my nigga, I'm coming, I'm just chilling. Okay. If I feel it's my people, shit, I'm gonna represent my people to the, yo, oh shit. Dang, you see his mans and them showed up, bop, 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 bop. Yeah. If you got multiple cars, you bring your best car to your man event, because this is your man. You not only representing you representing your man. Cool. So at our age level, if it has to be explained or taught to you at this time, we got a big problem.
I mean, all right, so a lot of cats don't listen.
Okay.
And it's to the point where old heads ain't telling the young heads nothing, and then the young heads ain't listening to the old heads. Because it ain't nothing he could tell me type of situation. You feel me? So it's like old heads gave up on telling them because they not listening. And then the young heads is like, ain't nothing the old head could tell me. Because I never end up like him. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's that crossroad. That's that crossroad right there.
Right.
But then again, you got a lot of single parent homes.
Right.
So then most males is relying on their OG.
Okay.
Because their dad wasn't there to tell them what's up.
For whatever reason. Right.
For whatever reason. And that's how that end up happening.
Right.
And then you end up being somebody's son or somebody's doja.
Right.
Doing all kinds of dumb stuff because they told you to. You understand what I'm saying? Where a dad ain't gonna never put his child in danger. Well, he shouldn't.
Right.
Shouldn't.
Right.
Right.
You know? So
Right.
it's a different kind of information.
Right.
And it all boils down to information, though. How about that?
Right.
Who you getting your information from?
Right.
You know? A lot of kids is raised by their moms. Their moms is telling them what's up. You feel me?
Right.
So you know what that created, right? A lot of males with female tendencies and emotions.
Right.
What the girl say? Can't raise a man. Because it ain't your job. Only a man could do it.
True that.
But all our moms did the best that they could by themselves or whatever, however.
So that excuse, my dad wasn't around. Oh, well, he didn't show me. You seen him, you know he did 15 years for doing the same exact thing you just was doing. So if that's not a prime example of what not to do.
Well, once again, that goes back to me telling you how smart everybody
They
is.
think they're better, yeah.
Right.
I'm not even gonna like I said, everybody's smarter than we were.
Yeah.
Right.
Their generation is better than our generation.
Right.
But they don't go through nothing. They don't want to go through nothing. They want everything handed to them or delivered. What I said about instant noodle, instant message.
Instant satisfaction.
That's what they want. Quick and easy. That's all they know.
But you're not wrong, because I remember long time ago, about 15 years ago, I called bro damn near in tears on some damn I failed, right? They didn't know how to use a broom. They were sweeping, but they didn't know how to use the broom. Like, damn. We were sweeping the whole crib by this time. Boom. But he in turn tells me, well, I wasn't going to say nothing, but your nephew don't know how to use a screwdriver. What? We was building things at young ages because we didn't have nothing, exploring imagination. Well, they have everything, instant gratification. You know what I mean? And it's just like, wow. Well, why would I use a broom when I can use the vacuum
They
cleaner?
got a YouTube tutorial for everything.
Right.
And that's
How
where
about this? How about this? YouTube is the best library right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
Anything, how to do any and everything is on there for free.
Yeah.
It ain't no how-to on how to beat the streets, though.
Oh, that's a fact.
Streets Raised Me. Live
Raised
on
Me.
location. Lake House edition.
Bow. They call you Lake House Plenty.
Lake House Plenty.
The blueberry joint.
Some type of Tito's vodka with blueberries.
Concoction.
Jack my blueberries.